Security inspection. What is security inspection? It is a vital process aimed at safeguarding the integrity of overall security programs within an organization. It serves as a complementary measure to security surveys with the primary objective of preventing losses to company properties. This inspection serves two key purposes. First, compliance assessment. The first purpose of security inspection is to evaluate and assess the degree to which recommended security countermeasures are being implemented and adhered to within the organization. This involves verifying that security policies, procedures, and guidelines are being followed by employees and stakeholders. Second, effectiveness and adequacy evaluation. The second purpose of security inspection is to determine the effectiveness and sufficiency of the existing security countermeasures that are in place. This involves assessing whether the security measures in effect are capable of achieving their intended objectives and protecting the organization from potential threats and risks. Types of security inspection. First, continuous inspection. To keep pace with the constant changes in the organization, changes in our security terms of attitudes, lifestyle and moral values, and the rapid advancement of technological modifications are all around us, the inspection must be an ongoing and never-ending activity. Continuous inspection means regularly and consistently checking and evaluating the security measures and practices within an organization. It's like an ongoing process that never stops. This is necessary because our world is always changing. People's attitudes, the way they live, and what they believe in can change. Technology is also always advancing. To keep up with all these changes, we need to keep inspecting and reviewing our security. We can't just do it once and think we're safe forever. It's like always making sure your house is secure by locking doors and windows, even as new gadgets and tools become available to help you stay safe. So, continuous inspection is about staying vigilant and adapting to new challenges to ensure our security remains effective. Second, formal inspection. It is usually preceded by an announcement, and the unit under inspection prepares for events, including some housekeeping activities that would not otherwise happen at that point in time. Formal inspection is like a planned and organized check of something, and it typically involves notifying in advance that the inspection will happen. Imagine it as if you're telling someone, "I'm going to visit your house on a specific date and time to see how everything is." When a formal inspection is announced, the people or unit being inspected have time to get ready. They might tidy up and do some extra cleaning or organizing that they wouldn't normally do. It's a bit like when you know a guest is coming over, so you clean up your home to make a good impression. Third, informal inspection. It is usually the result of a long and firmly entrenched inspection program, understood by all and accepted as part of the organizational life. The inspection has been stripped of all external trappings of importance, but their functional importance has not been lessening in any manner. They are seriously and quietly executed in a spirit of understanding and cooperation. Informal inspection is like a regular checkup that happens without any big announcements or special preparations. It's something that has become a natural and accepted part of how an organization operates, like a routine health checkup you might have. In this type of inspection, everyone in the organization knows that it's just something they do as a normal part of their work. There are no fancy ceremonies or official announcements. Instead, it's done quietly and seriously, with the goal of understanding and cooperation. It's like everyone understands the importance of these inspections and works together to make sure things are running smoothly. So, informal inspections are like the behind-the-scenes checks that help keep an organization functioning well, without making a big fuss about it. Fourth, structured inspection. Structured inspection is like following a clear plan or order when checking different parts of something. It's a systematic way of inspecting things, where you move from one area to the next in an organized and logical sequence. Imagine you're inspecting a building for safety. With structured inspection, you might start at the entrance, then move through each room one by one, checking for potential hazards or issues. You follow a specific order, like first checking the doors and windows, then the electrical systems, and so on. Structured inspection ensures that nothing is overlooked and that you cover all aspects thoroughly. It's like following a checklist or a well-organized plan to make sure everything is examined in a methodical way. Fifth, unstructured inspection. It is conducted in a random manner. There is no format or logical sequencing. For example, the inspection may start with countermeasures for proprietary information, then emergency plan, followed by investigation and so forth. Unstructured inspection is like checking things in a more random and unplanned way. There is no specific order or logical sequence to how you inspect different aspects. It's like looking at different parts of a problem without a set plan. Imagine you're inspecting a company's security measures. With unstructured inspection, you might start by looking at the protection of proprietary information, then suddenly switch to checking the emergency plan, and after that, you might investigate something else entirely. There's no strict order or format to follow. This type of inspection can be less organized and may lead to some areas being examined more thoroughly than others. It's like exploring various aspects without a clear plan, which can sometimes be less efficient but can also help uncover unexpected issues. Conducting inspections. The inspection should be conducted from the outside to the inside of the facility, activity, or area with regard to the following. Observation of the facility will be conducted during all hours of the day. This involves observing the facility or area during different times of the day to get a comprehensive view of security conditions. For instance, you might visit a warehouse both during working hours when it's bustling with activity and during the night when it's less busy to check if security measures are consistent and effective at all times. Interviews of managerial and operational personnel will be performed. Talk to both the managers and the staff responsible for security. For example, if you're inspecting a hospital's security, interview the head of security to understand their security strategies and also speak with nurses and doctors to gather feedback on any security concerns they may have encountered. Security forces should be inspected so as not to disrupt the mission, if possible. When assessing the security personnel or guards, it's crucial not to interfere with their primary responsibilities. For instance, if you're evaluating the security at an airport, do so without causing delays or disruptions to passenger screenings and check-ins. An assessment should be made of security force training, especially if security force knowledge proves inadequate. Evaluate the training programs provided to security personnel. If there are gaps in their knowledge or skills, it's important to identify them. For example, if you're inspecting a university campus, assess whether security personnel have received proper training in handling emergency situations and evacuations. Inspection of entry and movement control by the guard force should not hinder operations. While evaluating how security controls entry and movement within a facility, make sure that these measures do not overly disrupt regular operations. For example, in a factory, check how access control systems are implemented without causing delays in the production process. All communications systems used by the guard force should be thoroughly inspected. The guard force should have two reliable and efficient means of communication, one of which is a radio. Examine all communication tools used by the security personnel. In an example related to a shopping mall, ensure that mall security has both radios for quick communication within the mall premises and mobile phones for broader connectivity to emergency services if needed. Inspections should be conducted according to regulations appropriate for the. Ensure that the inspection is carried out in accordance with the relevant laws and regulations applicable to the specific facility or area. For instance, if you're inspecting a government building, follow all government security regulations and guidelines to maintain compliance. Security investigation. A planned and organized determination of facts concerning specific loss or damage of assets due to threats, hazards or unsecured conditions. A security investigation is a carefully planned and organized process used to gather information and facts about a particular incident where there has been a loss or damage to assets. This loss or damage could be the result of various factors, such as threats, hazards, or unsecured conditions. For example, If a company's warehouse experiences a break-in and valuable inventory is stolen, a security investigation would be initiated to determine how the breach occurred, who was involved, and what security vulnerabilities led to the theft. The investigation would involve collecting evidence, interviewing witnesses, and analyzing security measures to prevent similar incidents in the future.